Wow, an amazing introduction. Kind of puts the pressure on, doesn't it? An introduction like that.
Yes, it does. Okay. Do my dance? This is a sign. We are here to present to you Inspiring Women, a series of portraits. We took a 2-month break from our jobs to organize and film an interview series called inspirerendevrouwen.com, inspiringwomen.com, a web series about inspiring women today.
Yes, and an inspiring woman to us is a woman who makes conscious decisions, who makes choices in life and is prepared to go to great lengths to get what she wants. It is a woman who knows how to deal with the freedom of choice and who knows how to deal with the obligation towards her potential.
We did not choose to interview the Mother Teresas of our age, nor the civil rights activists, nor the Nelly Kroes, Femke Halsema, Margriet van der Linden, or even Beatrix type of women. To be honest, we didn't pick any of our women, but more about that in a minute.
First of all, why make an interview series for and about women? Why not an interview series about inspiring men? Well, an interview series about inspiring men would no doubt be very interesting, and everyone can name a number of inspiring role models that are men. But not for women, at least not as many. But more importantly,
we chose women because for women, complete freedom of choice is relatively new. These freedoms have been fought over in the recent decades. This is why we feel there is even more pressure on highly educated young women to make full use of these freedoms. Also, women need to deal with the biological clock. How to combine this with a career?
The target audience for our interview series were mainly young women, women who have recently finished higher education and are about to start the rest of their lives. Young people who face choices. How are we going to do it, and why do it that way? How can we live up to our potential? The goal of the series is to inspire these people, to inspire them to face an uncertain future with confidence.
We started our series by getting the target audience involved in our project. We spoke to 16 young, highly educated women and talked to them about the questions and worries they have, both in their private and professional lives. Then we asked 6 of them, of these young women, to name a woman they find inspiring. The 6 women that were named were the women we interviewed.
The questions that the 16 young people asked us mostly were about relationships, career choices, identity, time management, and a lot more. But there was one central theme that kept coming back in those questions, and that was choice. What will I choose? Choose to become and choose to do?
We decided to make choice a central theme to the interviews we conducted with the inspiring women. But why is choosing such a problem? Because to choose means to lose. The loss of everything you didn't choose is always bigger than the gain of the one thing you did choose.
And choosing is losing is a well-known phenomenon amongst young people today. It's a feeling that often haunts them and can lead to choice paralysis. And Nienke Wijnands is an author who wrote this book about the problem called the Dertigersdilemma. And she described the problem like this.
Well, in the old days, when there were only 2 radio stations to choose from, for every station we'd listen to, there was only 1 station we couldn't listen to at the same time. Nowadays, besides Radio 1 through 5, for the Brits here tonight, the BBC has 59 radio stations. There's also Sky Radio, City FM, Q Music, Radio 538, and so on.
And in order not to miss anything, we keep switching from one to the next, and we never really stop to listen to the station we're listening to. We keep thinking about all the options that we didn't pick, and that's a feeling that a lot of young people have when making choices, both private and professional. They keep thinking about all those things they missed, the 999 other attractive options they didn't pick.
Thus, we asked the 6 inspiring women what it was they lost as a result of making an important choice. Their general response was twofold and at first sight conflicting. One of the women, Astrid Kies, herself a career coach for young people, pointed out that when it comes to choices, it is important to be clear-cut and rigorous. What is it you really want?
And that is the question that Maarten Jansen asked herself as well at a young age. She had a secure and interesting job before deciding to go to art school. Now, although the financial security, amongst other things, were dear to her, the urge to develop herself as an artist was greater, and she made her choice.
The other general answer is that when looking back, choices are never as absolute as they seem to be at the time of making the decision. In fact, a lot of the interviewed women have now found ways to incorporate those aspects they had sacrificed in manageable amounts. Astrid Kies, for example, chose to focus completely on developing her own company. Still, these days she finds ways to spend more time with her daughter and to be a singer in a band again. Artist Maarten Jansen too has found a way to be a successful artist and still have a part-time job as a creative therapist. Therefore, she regained the financial security she thought she sacrificed.
So perhaps we don't have to choose. Perhaps we can go through life without making choices. Well, wrong. The point that a lot of the women in our series make is that in order not to lose anything dear to us, we have to choose. There are only 7 days in a week and 24 hours in a day. And we need to rethink our priorities constantly in order not to lose anything that's dear to us. The list of possible ways to live your life is endless, and the magnitude of that list makes it almost impossible to make any choice. There's no theory on how to live your life, but what we try to give you are some examples.
Examples of inspiring women who made choices in life. An artist, a career coach, an opera singer, a documentary filmmaker, a mother, and a judge. They answer the questions of the young women. They talk about their sacrifices and about what they gained because of them.
And this series of interviews with 6 inspiring examples of reality you'll be able to watch online starting March 2011 on www.inspirerendevrouwen.com. The site is already online, so you can go and have a look. And you can subscribe to our mailing list, the nieuwsbrief, and we'll give you a heads up when the first video goes online. Thank you very much.
Thank you.